He who shall not be named. H-R-E. That's right, one and all. Here, in a $25,000 qualification series, we have got an HRE pick coming through for the player in the lead. Cat takes to Carmel with this highly desirable Civ, and Sass's reaction is going to be Ibits. I personally, very excited for this one. When we were talking about this in the draft, we were saying the unpredictable map I'm unsure of is Carmel. Now, Cat has chosen HR in a map where technically you do not have much gold. But hilariously enough, Sass has also picked a gold-heavy Civ on a map where you do not have much gold. I'm not sure what to expect with this. This is a map where Pro Scouts is actually historically very dominant. And I think maybe Sass was looking at Cat's draft and thinking Shushi or Jean would make a lot of sense. Actually, Shushi and Jean are two of the best picks on this map. Shushi, because of how quickly they can reach castle age, their taxation, their Pro Scouts efficiency, and Jean, because of the discounts you can get on gold usage, which means you're a bit more lean with the limited gold veins. Because on Carmel, you've got baby veins, man. 1.6k gold veins scattered all the way around the map, except for the singular 8k vein in the center. Means that gold-heavy civs tend to struggle a lot more on this map. And we've seen it from some of the best. I still remember watching Louis do a House of Lancaster build that relied on knights and all kinds of things like Hobilars, all gold-heavy. And it ended up killing him because there just wasn't enough safe gold to gather. So I imagine with that in mind, Cat probably takes an aggressive line here. Archer spam in Feudal, maybe? Yeah, and this matchup, I remember hearing players quoting them as like this being a 55-45 or a 40-60 split in favor of HRE before. But that was back when we were seeing mass Archer HRE. And I think the idea is that Ibids could outpost their gold and just move to Castle Age very quickly. This is different because of that limited gold. And it's even more different because of this. We've got Minework Palace coming from Cat. Yeah, so this is super aggro. Response is going to be Sass going into the Culture Wing Logistics. A powerful play early on. One that can fall flat if your opponent's able to scale archers rapidly. And HRE is one of those type of civs. Oh yeah, we do need to update the bracket command, I guess. If only for today. In a single game, I'd wall the south and call it Helm's Deep. Imagine just like living up here. This is the exact type of terrain I look for when I play Stronghold. Like, oh, I can build a natural castle and I don't actually have to like fully surround. It's perfect. You guys heard? Stronghold Crusade is coming soon. Woo! Do I need to become a streamer for that? Crusade Definitive Edition. I think they posted a date for it, right? And I'm pretty excited. Yeah, 15th of July, because apparently there's going to be a co-op mode. But there's also new units coming. Yeah, there's like camel-type units getting added. Okay, I'll be like honest. I kind of just preferred HD's graphics to Definitive Edition's graphics. Definitive Editions has more of that kind of like blocky, rendered modern look to it. Which I don't like personally. But I'll nibble. I'll take some Definitive Edition. I do feel bad for Stronghold, the fact that they literally cannot make a new game that's good. As in a new entry into the series. Bless them, they've tried. Stronghold 2, Legends, free. Stronghold Crusader 2. It's crazy because I feel like a lot of brands milk their IP successfully, even if the games are bad. The Stronghold guys just seem to struggle a bit. Stronghold 2 was good. Agree to disagree. I think Stronghold 1 was superior. Like, was it? Someone was making a fair point recently. Like, name me a situation where the third game is better than the second. Are there many examples where the third game is better than the second? Because I struggled when that highlight was like, whoa, actually, yeah. Witcher 3? Okay, yeah. Witcher 3 is probably the rare exception. That's a fair one. Outside of that, I'm not sure. Like, Call of Duty 3 was not better than Call of Duty 2. Half-Life 3 is never going to exist. AoE 3 was not better than AoE 2. And I refute Fallout. I'm sorry. Like, Fallout 3 was good, but Fallout 2 is king. Fallout 2 is good. That game had so much elegant depth that's underrated to this day. Settlers? Oh, I can't comment on that. I played Settlers 3, but not 2. Wait, here is my magic. We done it. Yes. Yes. How did I forget the obvious one? It might be a bit more challenging to find a second one that's better than the first, though. I think Witcher holds up that Witcher 2 is better than Witcher 1. And AoE 2 is better than AoE 1. I guess the fairer point is there's an absurd amount of 3s that are worse than the 2s that exist in the gaming industry, sadly. All right, but 3 is better than 2 in this game. So we did have that opening little poke harass to the Desert Raiders now on the way for Sass, but the timing looks pretty rough, doesn't it? Cat is just rushing Castle. And guys, I cannot believe this. What? Brother, no. You can't be serial right now. Is he really about to do steel botting night spam into Iobits? That's wild. Remember, this is a camel civ at the heart of it. Practically every strategy they employ involves camels, which means you're building a unit that's going to get a 20% debuff. Now, he is going to get substantial armor in the trade-off there, right? He's going to get the +2/+2. Guys, wait, I just realized we've thought about this the wrong way. This isn't even about the night steel botting. This is going to be 30 minutes plus Imperial Age with Knights barding affecting Black Riders. We figured it out. We can only hope. Yeah, I've yet to see a Black Rider competitive game, but then again, that's to be expected with HRE having about a 95% ban rate in comp. More people like Halo 2 3 than 1? 2 is peak. I still haven't bothered to play through the campaign of Infinite. I recently played the Halo Wars games, by the way. They were actually good. Halo Wars impressed me. Like, I actually think, like, a bunch of RTSs out there could learn how to tell stories from Halo Wars. Halo Wars is probably one of the best RTSs for storytelling and campaign in, like, the last 8 years. Okay, so Dervish Shove is going to be coming in. This is pretty popular. This is why Dervish Wing has just become the overall dominant choice, I think, because the Deer Shove meta is just big. And obviously they have follow-up plays, they have great aggro plays. It's just a robust unit for the strategies people discovered. So Cat, he did go for the Regnet, so he is rushing towards the relics. Sass does not have much ability to block right now because he has to keep everything with the scouts. Especially because of this. Cat is going into Horseman and Veterancy is already on the way. Yeah, not just that. Sass is committing to this strategy. What? He's mass Desert Raiding against Fast Castle Mass Horsemen with all pikes. Are you all right? I'm sorry, I had to do that, Jake. That's crazy. If the Dervishes are here, maybe. Without them, I'm not so convinced. Horsemen are going for the stab in. He doesn't really want to turn around for a melee fight, not now that the Veterancy is there. Ooh, good reaction there by Sass. He waited until Cat was a little bit baited in, and then just turns around with the rest of the army. Nice A-click extravaganza. Numbers do favor Sass, so Cat does have to fall back. Yeah, didn't respect the numbers. He brought about the same amount of horsemen as Desert Raiders, and yes, he has an age-up advantage, but normally the ratio is like 2 horsemen to 1 Desert Raider. What about the original SC, the Timeless Story of Betrayal and Redemption? Well, sure, but like StarCraft 1 wasn't made in the last 8 years. If you look at RTS in the last 8 years, one of the biggest downfall points of RTS has been an over-obsession with esports 1v1 design and a neglect of campaign storytelling. All the best RTSs for campaign storytelling are from the early 2000s. Or before. I'm struggling to think of like an exception. You know, like Red Alert 2, Warcraft 3 and 2, StarCraft. StarCraft 2 was like the final one, right? And I still haven't bothered playing StarCraft Legacy of the Void. But like my feeling is like that story peaked in Wings of Liberty and was kind of holding on for a bit with Heartless War. But Wings of Liberty was still weak. Okay, so Horseman once again try to front it. Relatively even exchange there until the end. Sick micro. Sass gets the double kill. Cat is bringing relics home, though, folks. And yeah, Empire Earth, another example of early 2000s. Battle for Middle Earth, 2000s. There's so many good campaigns from those days. Oh, wow, he's going for Dervish. I love this. Yeah, and he actually could pin him. He's just being greedy. Cat, he can't decide which one he wants. What? That's absurd. I think Cat actually had the pin to get one kill there, but he decided to split it for two. So walks away with nothing. I mean, he finally kills one Dervish. Finally, but barely. I'm surprised he even got that. I almost just feel like Cat is ego-challenging this now. Still blunt more horsemen. Military wing reinforcement is on the way, so Sass has done a great job of contesting this so far. The Regnit's gold is going to start becoming somewhat problematic, though. I wonder, does he just switch Lancers? Like, Lancers performs really well in this matchup, no? I thought Cat might try to add in Archers, but obviously you're going to get kited is the issue. This is what Sass is doing to him. He's just trying to make it all about momentum, right? The mobility is king. Are we about to watch HRE lose in a very unorthodox fashion? I mean, we talked about the robustness of strategy. And they're playing up against one of the, I feel like, the most consistently used Ibid strats. Like, Mass Desert Raiders have been seen a lot these days. We do have the Prelates. I like this, just littering them in to kind of tank a bit. And the healing's quite important. But you're just seeing he's getting kited perfectly. This is crazy. And on top of that, I'm confused. Where is Cat getting this other relic? Okay, it's finally home. It's taken a long, long walk. Please walk it into the base. Please walk it into the... Where is it going? What? Did he rally it to pick up the other relic? I'm so confused right now. I think Sass just gave Cat concussion with that micro. That was sick, though. Like, the fact here is, you know, Cat has a full melee blob, no ranged, i.e. no kill secure. And Sass manipulated that perfectly. This game so far, so we were talking about, like, HRE feeling like an auto win in a draft. The reason why Sass is winning this game right now is raw out micro. He baited him very early on, if you remember that early exchange where he noticed Cat was chasing one Desert Raider and pulled it through the formation. And since then, we've been seeing time and time again him just leverage that fact where Cat is a bit overly ambitious on getting a singular kill here or there. Cat, we do now have scouts coming in. Is this delayed pro scouts? Yeah. So he doesn't want to come out of the base because, understandably, it's Mass Desert Raiders. They kill you. He did bring the relic home in the end. Meanwhile, Sass is going to bring the remaining two. So 2 relics versus 6. And remember, these Desert Raiders are a real threat. On top of that, Camel Lancers. I mean, I think Cat. Does Rax not just make sense into Spears? Because Horseman alone is definitely not cutting it. And you've got Horseman, so your opponent's probably not going Archers. Spears would also be more efficient to pump. And on top of that, you do have all pikes. So it's a complementary tech. Instead, Cat is putting more stats. Wait. We got archer range around the back. I mean, crossbows can also make sense here, right? Like, if you think about it, it actually does make a lot of sense. He's been losing this game because he has no ranged hybridization. So when he almost kills something, it just pulls away. But if you have crossbows, answers upcoming Lancers, and deals with Desert Raiders reasonably well, as long as you've got enough horsemen to assist. The growing concern is that Cat may have already lost too much military to reel this one back. Horsemen are finally going to get a favorable fight by unfavorably outnumbering the enemy. Hey man, a win's a win. You take what you can get. Desert Raider scaling is pretty crazy. I find Desert Raiders strategies are very fragile and prone to failure early on. But there's this threshold. It's a critical mass, right? Like once you get past, I'd say about 15 Desert Raiders, you get insanely scary. The hit point is beautiful at that stage. Like even the bow attacks, hitting for 10 each, that's 150 damage every 1.25 seconds. And very easy to kite with. Never underrate the power of this. I think the reason we've seen it fall flat so often is just that opening play. The Desert Raider opening is kind of reminiscent of Ottoman opening, where now we're seeing Ottomans destroy people with these imam meta timings. But in the early days, it felt like they always lost the Sipahi and lost the game. This strat very much feels similar to that. Cat has at least started to pad himself with farms, but these are not Arkan farms. And I think this is the pain point for Cat, right? It's why he also went Pro Scouts. If this was Arkan, you'd just be blobbing farms over time. He doesn't have that luxury. It's all so uncomfortable. 2 Sacred Sites now locked in as Sass looks to dive into the base. We have got static placements. The Springles actually dish out quite a lot of damage here. Horseman barely holding on the front side. Villagers also being sacrificed. Sass, he is going to start to respect the defenses a bit. But this is looking grim, and apologies, I pressed the insert key there. Oy, oy, oy. Cat once again just losing all those horsemen. He is still trying to play the Pro Scouts, but we have got to switch on the flanks now. So yeah, good guard. I think Sass definitely has the bulk to try and kind of camp both sides here. And now that he's also seeing that Cat is going into Desert Raid, into crossbows, he knows his Desert Raiders can actually split like this. Because you don't usually want to come out of the base with crossbows. There's going to be a decap attempt. Unfortunately, the ponies, or rather camels, are going to be a little bit too quick. So Sass will keep that ticking time bomb alive. Is there a world in which he tries to go Imperial? It seems unlikely. The biggest value in Fast Imperial here is when you don't use the Desert Raider wing. He's already done that. I mean, if there's any Civ that could pull this back, you have to imagine it's HRE. But yeah, it does look pretty grim. At the end of the day, this isn't your standard HRE where they look overwhelmingly strong from economy. He's got 10 prelates to try and be competitive here. It's such a hard map to try and play defensively on. There's a few Civ that can with these fast imp timings. It's usually some like Mongols that can camp here. We've actually seen the Order of the Dragon can look okay as well with the 2TC build. This is suffocating. Really impressed by Sass with his performance in this game too. And love this detail. Iva's dream is seeing you build crossbows. Because why not build a 800 HP unit that takes no damage? I mean, earlier on, this would have been a death sentence into Horseman. If you built this Tower of the Sultan, you'd die. What? I can't believe that. He's getting Siege Carpentry. Guys, this is a very unique tech. We never see it. It's so expensive. 500 resources. But you can see what it does there. It gives you an activatable ability that temporarily gives you melee armor and fire armor. It's a smart call when you dive deep into the enemy base. Because if you get the timing right, it mitigates so much of the effective DPS. The horsemen are going to tickle. Right? They'll be hitting down for 5 damage. And then the fire damage coming from villages is going to be reduced down to half. Pretty sick. I don't know, this might be the first time we've seen this in comp. I don't remember the last time I would have actually witnessed it. Maybe it's like a memeful attempt, but it has strategical relevance here. Now the village is moving in. It's going to be a keep drop. He's looking to end the game and do the unthinkable. Get a win against the best Civ in AoE 4. Burn comes through onto the mine work. Crossbow count at 22. Villagers, you have to back up a little bit. But the big phalanx structure has arrived. Tower of the Sultan is in. If you Dota gamers out there, you are seeing that correctly. The ability is on R because it's an ultimate. Feels like anyway. It does cost wood to activate. Definitely very situational. I think for Sass, it's almost like borderlining memeful that he feels he's that far ahead. He just goes for it. But it could have just been as easily he was a little bit paranoid about that Horseman Remax. Horseman Remax the cat can't really afford. Well, we did promise a close series, folks, and although the individual game may not feel that way, the score is going to deliver exactly that. Because, Cat, you've got 26 crossbows into 2 Tower Sultans. It's not exactly what I call a fair fight. Top that, villagers now idled on the farms. Even switches to the Manjanique so you can seize down those farms quickly. Does get in range of the TC, but we had to back up and does have workers nearby. Cat, I mean, having to address this castle is slowing you down so much now. Trebs are coming out. He did get the decap on the Sacred Site. So if he could survive this inferior way. It's a big inferior, though. TC's already being walloped. Giant junk rams. I mean, these hit for 600 damage each strike. E-repairs will buy him a bit of time. Cat looks to make his move, but ready, steady, button. Look. What was that? I mean, that was nothing, is what that was. A mere tickling. Baits him in, forces him away. Says come back another day. E-repairs. Now used by Cat. Now, that ability, by the way, does have a really long cooldown. You can see right there. It's on cooldown now. Starts at 90 seconds. Something I don't like about this ability is it's shared beyond between all siege. So once you use it on one, you've used it on all. Now, it's just a full blitz to kill him out. Like, he doesn't even wait for the E-repairs to finish. He ego charles it, comes out victorious, and now that's Cat without easy food access. Remember, his farms, his deer, it's all on this site. Right now, he looks like a Mongol player. And he is damn resistant to calling that GG. And I don't blame him. Like, who gets an HRE pick like this and then doesn't think they're going to win? I mean, no game is ever guaranteed, and I love that we're actually getting a game to represent that. But if you had to ask people what feels like an instant win in the draft, like, HRE is the king for that. But they look like a mere peasant here. Landmark sniped. He gets him out of the game number 2. And that is Sass. Firmly on the board. And what a morale-boosting way to do it. Against the biggest boogeyman when it comes to civs in AoE 4.